Hello and happy holidays, I guess I'll say. It is Friday night, not January, it's still December. December, what is it? The 27th of 2024. I'm trying to get rehearsed for 2025. In fact, I think in my journal, I think I might have wrote 2025. I'm already jumping in with both feet into the new year. What about you guys? I actually have a couple ideas for I don't even know what you call it, but ideas for living. What is it? Like living better, living healthy, living happy, and outlook and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I'm babbling. How are you guys? Hello, Sharon. How are you? So I just am putting on some lovely cream. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I certainly did, and I was spoiled. So the girls bought me some beautiful lotion from Sage. It is called Connection, and it has some grapefruit and bergamot in it. And one other flavor that I really like, but those were the two. Oh, and there's mint, yeah, for sure. Living well, yes, indeed. So this is beautiful. So I was just putting some of that on. Hopefully, my hands will look lovely under the camera now. And I made eggnog for the first time. I think I may have told you guys this. I might have made it a couple days before Christmas. And I added some apricot brandy. They told me to, and so I went and got some apricot brandy from my little local liquor store, my alcohol store as I call it, and it is like a pudding. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I told you guys this already, but it's when you cook up your own eggnog, you cook it just like it's like a little pudding. In my case, unless you had some rum and I put rum and brandy already in it, and then I put some more. Yeah, I think I did. I put some brandy in already. Rum and brandy, and then some more brandy tonight with a little bit of milk. So you're supposed to add cream at the end. That's too much for me, but it tastes so good. But you cook it for like 15 minutes, and while you're cooking it, it is just like a pudding. It's like a pudding in the fridge. If you didn't put the alcohol in it, you would actually have to eat it with a spoon. But anyways, it is cocktails and cards tonight, and we're making some cards. We're going to work with a celebration set that I got, yay, on a pre-order situation. So we'll work with some seagulls, and we're having some eggnog. So that doesn't really go together, but whatever. So cheers, skål, happy. Hi, Monica. I was pretending to, it's really good. So the apricot brandy, this is the first time I just cracked it open, and I can really taste it. I also got some cherry, I thought it was cherry brandy, but it's cherry whiskey. Same difference, I think. And I had that in with my another drink earlier this week, and yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure what I think of the apricot brandy. It kind of takes over the eggnog. That's okay. It's okay. All right, I'm going to pop you down because I have probably more coloring to do than I know what I'm going to do. And if you are the first time coming here, welcome. Hello, I'm Lori LaRose. I have Active Stamping here on Facebook. I pretend that I'm going to do lots of reels, and I don't really. But I do have some fun reels over on Instagram. They come back over to Facebook if you are not an Instagrammer. But the cards that I make, I actually don't know what I'm doing each evening when I make a card. I enjoy sitting with you, creating, and hi, Kathy. And so then at the end, if we're lucky, I'll say we, because I like doing the reels actually, but I have to just sit down and get them done. But I turn around and make the card into a little bit of a reel. And it doesn't happen very often, does it? Did you have a good Christmas, I hope? Anyways, okay, I'll pop you down here. We'll start coloring some seagulls and see what we're going to end up with. And that went down. So last day, I don't know which day it was, probably about the 23rd. Hi, Alexina. And we ended up with this little card, which you all know this fellow is one of my favorites, and he is right here actually. He's Classic Wedding. And quite a while ago, I challenged myself to make Christmas cards out of although I bought this set, totally, honestly. Hi, Kay. Totally bought this set because I wanted to put a Christmas tree in its back, in the trunk, kind of, because I saw it as a truck. And this just looks like a truck to me. And I also see it as a classic wedding car. Know that I'm not woo, but I do see it as a truck as well. So I made a slit, and I don't have any idea where that card is, but that was a fun one that did get turned into a reel. And the other day I packed some presents and went with that one. So that was a kind of a fun card. We might end up using some of this blue again, actually. We could actually even pull in, we could change this whole scene out. See if I don't glue things down. I have a couple girls that are always like, come on, glue it down. Meanwhile, I'm like, look at though. Already I have one of these guys, and they could be amongst these trees too, kind of, hey? Maybe, who knows? Maybe. Okay, so all sorts of things on the last chance list out there. Take a peek, find it, and do some shopping before the end of the year, perhaps. I don't know. January 7th begins Sale-a-Bration. So if you think the items are going to stick around till then, I would highly recommend hanging out and ordering then. $75 for Canadians, each $75. You can choose a cool item, one of them being this really fun Friendly Seagulls that I'm going to work with today. So it's interesting, they do look large enough, but as I stamp them, they seem even larger. And a lot of times Stampin' Up! Will have, like this is 95% of the size, but this is the real. It says, I love you more than French fries, chips, and then this one says, hey friend. And so I think they needed to say, mine, 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 mine. That's what we always say. So I might have to come up with something like that. One of the things you could get is the Storybook Garden Patch to get some of your stuff, and it comes with a bunch of dies as well. And I kind of feel like these might actually work together. He could be sitting in front of the pot or sitting on top of that rake. Woohoo! Okay. All right. So I am not thinking that we're going to use these trees today, but I'll put them aside somewhere. We could end up using this pretty bokeh paper. I love this paper. I am pretty sure that that's in the catalog of what you can start purchasing from as well. I accidentally bought French ones, and I have yet to change them around. So bless my gals, they're all going to be in French until they can get to the English version. I did buy the Janvier to Avril catalog, and it is same as the other ones in that there's not a page full of paper. Here it is. It is in this one. Okay, so there is bokeh with butterflies, or in the French world, papillons. Papillons was one of the few words that my mom and dad, when I was little, I should get some, what do we call them? My blends. And that's a great segue. You guys know that I promote my blends club all the time. It's a self-paced club that you join whenever you want, and during Sale-a-Bration is a great time to join. I will say that generally, classically, you're supposed to buy 4. You buy 4 chunks of them, that's $60 plus the shipping and handling. Right now, because of Sale-a-Bration, because I'm recommending it during Sale-a-Bration, you can buy that, but you should add on the $15. So you could add another blend package on together, and then you pace yourself when you want to buy the next bunch. But with each one, you get your Sale-a-Bration set. With the first set, I give you a gift, and then on the 4th one, you get a $25 spending spree. If honestly, if you are doing them, 2 or 3 of them during the Sale-a-Bration period, and you end up doing the 75, 75, 75, your shopping spree will be a little bit higher, because I will take note that you spent a little tiny bit more. When people shop with me, a lot of times they do just buy the 60 at a time. A lot of my girls have me shipped to my house instead of them doing the shipping, and we save on some shipping in that case, but that's all coming up to a change too. So anyways, long and the short, you have up to 4 months to finish the dealio. I give you a hostess code as you're going along, and it's a good deal. The nicest thing about it is that you buy them a little bit at a time, and you end up using them generally in a timely manner. So that's why I like it. So that one is just the light smoky slate. When I was a little girl, I started a story. When I was just a little girl. There's a song like that. I've got a little song in my head, but I'm not sure. So generally what I just did with the light, I kind of want to do with the dark instead. It's a little bit heavy for the dark. This is a dark one. Oof. Okay. I think we'll be doing a little bit less than I did when I was a little girl. Well, how's that song go? Who's from the old days with me and knows when I was just a little girl? I don't know what that song is. It's sort of in my head. Anyways, my dad was a pipeliner, welder, and he did like all along the Trans-Canada pipeline and before I was born, like. And then he got a job down out of Quebec City, essentially, when I was 15. And so we went down to Quebec. I went to school actually down in St. St. Catherine. No, not St. Catherine's. St. Casimir. And I had to bus to Polyvalent in St. Marc de Carrière. And it was so fun. I had a really neat experience there because of that, obviously, learning French. But there was 4 or 5 couples down on the pipeline job. And they decided that they would take some French, because why wouldn't you take French when you know nothing and you're living in a small town in Quebec? And let's learn this, they thought. So they did. And my dad was really good. He had my last name is LaRose, right? Laurie LaRose. And so dad was really good. He had a good accent when he finally did know the words, but I don't know why, but he loved the word 55. And my mom, because of Steve McQueen, I think his name was, she knew papillon. So when they showed the thing, my mom was like, oh, that's papillon. And I think, honestly, the instructor nearly fell over because he was like, how in heck did you know what that was? Because she hadn't known any French up to that point and wasn't really paying as much attention as maybe she thought she should. Anyways, that's my little story about the papillon. All of that from looking up this paper. So the paper is 6x6 paper. I think that now I have to go back to that page and see the papillons again. Oh no, I lost the whole thing. Here it is. I don't know if this is it. Oh yeah, it is. So again, there it is. The new catalog. So exciting. And this looks like a pocket to me, but it is a banner. So it's going to be kind of fun. There's a whole little banner guy. Where did I see the papillon there? Okay, so the paper is in French. It is. There it is. 48 sheets. It doesn't actually say how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Oh, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 patterns, actually. 6 into 48. Oh, that's 8. Right. So this is a new style that they're going with. Instead of having 12 different styles or whatever, they're going with less colors, less patterns. Oh, I just colored outside the lines there. Which was, I think the appeal for a lot of people was that they liked all the different patterns in the 48 pack. So now instead of getting just one sheet of it, I kind of like this, of course, but instead of getting just one sheet, you're going to get the full 2 sheets. So it's better for our classes, but I'm not sure it's better for people wanting the stuff. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to their feet and his beak. And this could either be hockey sticks in his mouth or they're French fries, I think, right? So he is, or he could be building a nest if you needed him to be. Hello, everybody. Hi, Jane. What's the name of the stamps tonight? Good question. Friendly Seagulls. It is a celebration set that you'll get, you'll earn when you spend money with your demonstrator, with your purchases. So whether it is $75 in Canada, Jane, I think you're from the States, so I think you guys are up to, maybe you're 60. that we went up to 75. Probably went up to 60. So whatever it was last year, it's not. And it is cards, cocktails and cards tonight. I actually have an eggnog tonight, so I am sharing that. Well, not really sharing it, letting you guys know that I'm drinking a little creamy yumminess. And I got one cut out already. Look at me go, coming in with this guy. And although I got like lots of neat comments on my little white hack, my white stamp pad hack for my new, and quite a few people on the reel are like, yeah, I need a new black ink. One of the girls just a couple days ago was like, mine is about 15 years old, her Memento black ink. So she's like me a little bit. It's time for a fresh new one. If you just bought your Memento ink, do not distress. Go ahead and use it. Have a good time with it. Some of us, though, do have, I definitely had a broken one. And some girls just really, really are loving the crisp image. And I am going to stamp a couple with my new ink pad. These ones were, my black Memento was sitting right there. So I quickly stamped these two with that. And I think we're going to see a difference with this one. I want it to be fair. Oh, I know why I didn't think I could go head to head. Is I'm quite certain that after taking this one more time to school, the black ink, I actually think that my black ink kind of needs to be re-inked, which of course I'm not going to re-ink it. I am literally going to throw mine away. I'm throwing mine away. You do not need to throw yours away. But if you look at mine, it's actually been hot glued, for goodness sakes. The only thing holding this together after a class last spring was literally the felt pad, the foam pad. No, the felt pad. And the difference, why we're using this white ink pad, I'll open it in 1 second here. This is a felt one. This one is a foam one. So your image, stamped image, is going to be slightly different. My big reason why I want to do it is look at that lid. And I almost always get little black with that lid. As careful as I am and as aware, I still end up getting dirty fingers from that. So I was sort of excited when I saw this as an idea. This way now when you pop it open, it's so clean and crisp. And again, a foam pad. You do not need a lot of ink. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of white pad there. I just barely colored the top of it, hey? So I'm going to do the third guy. There is 3 of them on here. Made her eggnog from scratch. Did she say that already? It's delicious. Oh, yes, Carrie, it is. I just gave, poor Carrie, she probably like, can I have more, please? She had like a little tiny ounce shot, but yes, it is delicious. It's like made like pudding. It was very surprising to me. I have to say, in full truth, I'm kind of excited about it. I will definitely make it again next year. Knowing what's in it, like my own, it's like healthy actually. So it's literally milk, like 2 cups. I made a very small version of it. So it's 2 or 4 cups of milk, a little tiny bit of flour, and a little tiny bit of sugar. And then you cook that all. See, look at how nice that one is. So he is just a little bit nicer. And then you cook him up and he's like a little pudding. And then you add the alcohol to it. And yum. That's all I can say. Just yum. All right. So I know sometimes these little gulls are all sorts of different colors. I'm going to make him more white. I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of shading and leave him a little more white. Maybe, hopefully. I'm not very good at that part of it. I like to pretend. Ooh. And his wings, I'm going to leave his wings be white, maybe. I feel like sometimes that it just feels like you just left them. You forgot to color them in, though. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to add a little brown, a little crumb cake, because sometimes gulls have different colors, don't they? I still feel like this is going to feel like... Maybe if I just outline them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, and then I'm going to get the crumb cake. Oh, I got pecan pie. Do I have crumb cake too? But thank you, Carrie. It is really yummy. I like it. All right. I kind of like the brown gulls. So when I was younger, I read, oh, I don't know who's it by. I read Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And then, of course, I really like Neil Diamond, of course. Who doesn't like Neil Diamond? And Neil Diamond has a song, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. See, that doesn't work for me. I'm going to have to do something now. I have to color him all. He doesn't get to be white. I'm wrong. Oh, I grabbed the dark one instead of the light one. All right. Change your plan. That's okay. Change your plan's good. Oops. Oops. Can I say oops? All right. It's okay. It look good. Anyways, if you Google, it's pretty cool. I'm not feeling like any of these guys are Jonathan, but I ended up when I was about, oh, I'm going down memory lane big time. When I was 16, I think, as well. I think that same year when I came home, I think that spring, we went back to, with the school. I went with a, you know how you have a travel club kind of thing? With the French club. And I went back to, I feel like this is his, not his mouth so much as it's his, I'm going to do that. Went back to Ontario, back to Quebec, back to, oh my gosh, I can't say the word. Ottawa, my capital of Canada. And I bought the prettiest ring that I still have to this day. I should show it to you. And it's a seagull. Like I said, these guys are not feeling quite the same seagullish to me, but that's okay. He had a dream, basically. Which, like I said, I'm gonna start a little reading. I will start, because I know Christmas can be kind of hard for lots of people. And one of the shows I watched actually talked about Christmas being a magnifier. If everything's really good in your life, then Christmas is great and wonderful. And if you're struggling, then Christmas causes you to struggle just a little, like not to causes you, but it does bring about feelings and a little bit in magnification. And I thought, oh, that's kind of accurate. That's pretty profound of that little movie that I was watching, a little Hallmark movie. And the thing that I read, I'm going to sum it up, is a little extra little bit of a page, but I liked it. And it's about grief. Grief and losing people. And how lucky we are actually to have loved so that we actually do experience grief. Let me see if I can find that little tiny thing. Here we are. How lucky we are to grieve. Grief is proof of love. Without love, there can be no grief. You loved your dad and you suffer because your love can't be expressed in the way you used to love anymore. And so, in fact, grief is a privilege because love is a privilege. I'll just let you absorb that while I color this guy, or cut this guy out. And I've always, so bless my daughter as I'm reading that, and then I said to her, it's like that Winnie the Pooh thing where Winnie the Pooh is going up with a balloon in the air. And I said, it's like he says, how lucky you are to have loved someone enough to grieve them. She's like, that's not the quote. I was like, well, what is it then, smarty pants? And she's like, I think, and of course I still can't remember it. She said it right. And I was like, that's it. How do you know that? She's like, because I'm smart, Mom. But it's how lucky I am to have loved someone that's so hard to say goodbye to, or something to that effect. And again, same, all the same. So there it is. So for people who are feeling that right now, know that my heart is with you as well. And it's very valid during these times of celebration. It doesn't take away from the celebration necessarily, but it is there for real, right? All right. So the Jonathan Livingston Seagull, to go back onto that little course, I might bring it up a few more times as I color with him through the next little while. He wants to fly. He wants to dive. He wants to be a better flyer. That's pretty cool. But it's about transcending to different places. So it's pretty big. I don't know if I was ready for it when I was 17, but some part of me knew that it was pretty cool. All right, so here's our three little fellers. This is cute. See, these guys are just cute, just colored, hey? All right, so we've got Judith. Becky, hello. I feel like Romper Stomper Bomper Boo. Hello, Carrie. Oh, Jane, you have to try this eggnog then. Hey, Beth, how are you doing, hon? I was going to ask, hi, Allie. I was going to ask, oh, really? I'm just reading Kathy saying that the song I was trying to sing earlier was Que Sera Sera. That's funny. I'm going to have to re-listen to it and see. I'll go with that, sure. I feel like I want to sing now, Que Sera Sera. Que Sera Sera. I don't know if that was what I was trying to sing, but okay. I like that song, though. I can't remember what I was singing, so you might be right. Okay, so I have seen a few different ones where they have these like on circles, and that's quite cute, obviously, or in blocks. I was thinking we had bird's eye view at one point, right? And I think it's still A, available, and B, I really like it. Let's see. Okay, sometimes when I sound like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, partly, okay, it's true. But the biggest thing right now is we have so many stamps coming out constantly in, okay, Bird's Eye View is in the catalog, so it's still available. Page 105. Excuse me. I will say the eggnog might not make it better for me to sing. Okay, and then they're doing really, okay, this is how the Bird's Eye View is. So you might not be seeing this in the catalog this year. This must have been from last year's catalog originally. This is the Bird's Eye View. This is the way that, this is the Bird's Eye View. All right, so it's totally available still. It's a $28 stamp set, and you don't get to see the rest of them without going online. Nice. I do understand a little bit why people are complaining about this catalog a little bit, because that does not give that any credit. Excuse me. If you were not seeing us using it constantly, you would not really know how cool the stamp set really is. So I really love this set with a library. There is a new library set that this might kind of go sweet with. The books are not as big as this, though, for sure not, in the new catalog coming out. But when I watched with this Bird's Eye View, I do know that they would stack these guys on top of each other. Through the years, we've had things where, you know, you put them on top of each other, and it's kind of cute, too. Like, whoa, they're bouncing on top of each other. His feet aren't flat enough. Well, I'll do it this way. And so there's funny little, you know, wah! So you could have something like that, kind of silly. From this set, we have the French fries, and, oh, there's seagulls that you can put in the background as well. And then the little fish, so if you had a little sea or such, and then shells on the ground. And I have seen the shells and the pebbles quite cutely depicting the ground below. What did I think I was going to do today? I think I actually was going to go with this idea. And I feel like I might, could I have him be there? And then he's on top winning. Oh, his nose isn't right. He looks like he's balancing on top of him, and he then can bounce on top of her. And then have the packet of fries. Chips. I love you more than chips. And if they're sitting on the thing, you could have a few seashells on the ground. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little piece of square there. So I think this is silly. If you turn the seagull stamps upside down, they look like waves. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Thanks, Anita. Because initially, yeah, good job. Initially, I was thinking they were waves. And then I looked again and I was like, oh, they're actually to be in the sky. But you're right, they totally look like waves. Good call, Anita. Happy days. These are always hard days to say right now because I say happy holidays, which is not bad. But what was I going to say? I don't know. But I want to say Merry Christmas still to people. So I was just busy combing through everybody's Facebook pages because I wasn't on the last few days. And I was saying Merry Christmas to everybody today. Merry Christmas. Thanks for saying Merry Christmas to me. Excuse me. I have to say, Brenda was on the other day when I was like and I wasn't stressing, but I maybe sounded stressed or not, but I needed to I make these little placards for our Ladies Auxiliary for the hospital tray favors, and I just do a little different image on them all the time, and I needed to still get them ready for Christmas the last time I was on. And she's like, you know, I'm right here, I could do it. And I was like, oh, so I touched base with her, and we've already set up a date so that I be on top of it for this next time, because I am really, really bad. And I said, I can't bring people into my what's that called? My procrastinating self, my procrastinating world. It's just not fair in my mind. I shouldn't be such a procrastinator. So I always love having 2 layers when I tear, whether it's for the snow or in this case it's going to be for some sand. And I just do like to have 2 layers of it. I've got a watch here because I'm not doing a long slim card. I have yet to make slim cards. I hate to say that I don't like them, but essentially, again, I don't not like them. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't like them, but I don't like them. Does that make sense? I don't want to make them. How's that? All right. I'm going to feel like I need to cut this, even though I was going to go over and snip it, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this either, but I don't know if it has to be straight. Okay. That'll work, and then I can bring these guys back down. Only problem is I don't have enough room for my little sand people with what I just did. That's okay. It's going to work. So I'm going to stamp here. And I actually have, I wouldn't have done this normally, but I have espresso right here. So I'm going to stamp them in espresso. But I really don't think I would have. I think I would do crumb cake almost. But I think this is going to be nice. I'm going to stamp them as high as I can, but I don't want to be too much because I made it rough. So I don't want it too much on the rough. And it's going to look like some of it's buried, and that's okay too. I guess I'm going to go, I'll take this guy off so we can see better. I'm just looking at this. Can I just say I don't like the way he's laying like that? Oh, there. I will like that, but I don't want him there. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stamp him once. And then I'm going to stamp him again. And I'm going to stamp him right beside here. And I'm just blocking so that it doesn't stamp, but I want him to be right here. Okay, that's how I wish that stamp was. Clearly, that's what I'm wanting. I'm going to clean up my little piece there. And I do like it in espresso, though. What do you guys think? I think that actually works really good. And then this is going to be here. And this guy's going to come in here. And there, because I can push them back a little tiny bit, so we're okay. All right, so I'm going to glue this very, very thin strip here. And I could also do it this way. Maybe I will. Or maybe that's better. Okay, so I can either have him like that, and like I said, for whatever reason, I just like that second layer of sand. No, I think I do like that. Okay, so I'm going to put a very, very thin layer here because I'm going to have to tuck this other guy in. And I don't know if this is going to run or not. Oh, yeah. So when I do these, usually I just like that. And here I'm going to put this one just here because that little tiny guy is going to go there eventually. And I'll put him down the way I want him. And yes, I am using this bokeh today because I really, really like it. And I think it makes a good sky. So I'm just lining him right up along the bottom of this paper. And I'm going to tuck this guy in. A little bit of glue on here too. Come in here. Come on. All right, and then I think, yeah, I did go further along. I figured I had. I can squish him down here. Oops, squish him down, but I got him on there already. Whew. Okay. Whew. That was awkward. I should have just glued them together, but okay. Ooh, look at all that. So if you're lucky, from the old days, we used to have like something called undo or something like that. And I can undo that mess, thankfully. And I'm going back up because I had that cool, I was wrecking my little thing. Hopefully this all trims up nicely. I'm a little bit off here. Let's see what happens. Oh, good. And then on this side too. Nice. That's cute. Okay. And then we'll have these guys. So I could put this on something brighter as well. Not red. That's a little bit too, that's a little crazy. Unless we want to pretend like it's still Christmas backwards. We could put it onto some red, but otherwise. We could also bring it in. Use this fun one. We could put it onto a that kind of a background. I have you really close, don't I? Hi, Keisha. How you doing, hon? I really like it. I probably like it better than on the blue. All right, I'm going to go and get a piece of, here it is. I don't even need to leave. I like that a lot. Okay. And then we'll have these little critters. Did you get these guys already, Keisha? And I had him down here to begin with. Oh, I like it. I think that's funny. So I got them talking. I don't know what they're saying. I wish I had some sort of words here, longer words. I wonder what we have in sets. Why? What's going on? What's the story being told here? All right, just a minute. Okay, so usually when we have cards and whatever, you're drinking whenever I'm losing stuff. When I've lost my train of thought, you could have a little drink right now. I'm going to have a drink, hopefully inspiring me into why I did it this way. What was my thinking? Yummy eggnog. But I have to make a note. I'm not a fan of the apricot brandy in here. It was better just with plain brandy. I'm going to try it with a cherry. That might be kind of yummy. Or that cherry whiskey that I said. But yeah, I can't say that I'm an apricot brandy girl. Gonna not go with apricot brandy again. This is kind of cute. What's he saying? Why are they doing it? Should there be one more over here where he's like, hey, what's going on? I need him to be... These guys are all looking this way. And I don't think this is a matter of, you know how I often do a backward stamp to show you how you guys can do a backward stamp. But like if he was sitting there, these guys could be talking to each other. But I don't think that's what I want. And he's not looking for the fries right yet. So I could say, hey, friend. Hello, is that Eva? Hi, Eva. Hey, Sue. Hi, Diana. People are scrolling on past. Moving on out. All right. What are these people saying to each other in a friend's world? Let's get together sometime soon. So I love this set. I was thinking maybe something, let's try again, but that's about coffee. But let's get together would almost work. I'd like something that says flock. And of course, this one doesn't have any words either. Not that the birds do actually have some words, just not what I want right now. When things don't stack up, stick together. Birds of a feather stick together when things don't stack up. How does that sound? Oh, you know what might not be bad is to get this set with this, flying by, and you could have, hello, like, right, the flying. These guys could be flying, sort of, with these. Love you lots. Thanks. Hello. Sending love. So not a bad idea. If I take one guy off of here and have him like he just landed, whew, he's sending love. Hello, thanks. Anyways, okay. Not for this card though. Flying by. Look, I'm putting them back in order and everything. I would like something long. Love and strength. What's going to be in here? Nope. Sorry, I'm reading. This is a nice set. Where did I get this set from? Nice. It's okay if all you did today was just breathe. This is going to be in keeping with what I was talking about earlier. Sharing love and strength this season. Where'd this guy come from? This is awesome. That's just about the right size that I want. That's a nice set. Where did I get that from? I'm going to just leave it there for you guys to read and help me. Help me. Is it from an online exclusive? Do we still have cutest cows? Doesn't matter. I am really struggling with my words, you guys. Not real life, just now. I kind of actually, except it's the wrong way. Maybe I could do this though. This bistro, time to celebrate. These guys have landed and there's time to celebrate. Okay, we're going to do it. Here's to a great guy. All right, I'm going to I think I'm gluing these guys down. I was wondering if I was going to glue him down or not, but I'm going to get him down here. I'm going to have his feet down. I'm going to glue. Who is this girl gluing? Is Susan here? She will just about fall over. This card's going to be done. This will not be a reel, can I tell you? How cute this is. Oh my gosh. And then he's got one foot on each side. One foot has to go under, one foot's on top. Get them straight. Squash them down. Okay. And then, oh, you know what I can do with this? That'll work better. I'm gonna cut it apart. And I wonder if I want it on here. Time to, maybe, or in white. Like clouds. They'll be better to be clouds. Okay. So I'm going to stamp it like this, and I'll do it in that. I could do it in the chocolate, or I could do it in like a fun azure. That's just what I have here. Okay, have a drink. My early espresso. Here we go. These guys are going to be fun to play with. They are, Connie, but I need to have some words. I'm stuck on my words for this particular stack of birds. Okay, I evidently haven't used this yet. Okay, I want to say time. Time is flowing like, oh, it's time too. And I think I want these cut apart though. Maybe not. Oh, that is so pretty. I love espresso. Okay, I'm going to cut this into a cloud. Time to celebrate good times. Okay, so this is a little hack that'll teach you if you haven't seen it before. I'm going to clean off my stamp so it's all clean. Hopefully really clean. I had a cleaning cloth here somewhere. Better than that. Here, I'll make sure it's really clean. All right, really clean. Oh, yes, I have some tape. So we are going to put a piece of tape on here. And find a piece of white paper that I can stamp on. That's a bigger concern right this very second. One moment, let me go and find. So possibly in the airplane set, I would be able to find a good die from the airplane set. Let's see if I can see that really fast here. So there was fireworks in town. Does anybody know what the fireworks are for today? Who was putting them on? We don't. We heard them. Okay, I found the airplane set, but the clouds aren't going to work. That being said, I'm going to do one idea here while I am over here. But yeah, they were like, oh, I better do two. Hang on a second. Let's see. Some of you are thinking, what about from the cloudy day one? Okay, I'm going to see because I got them right here. Hang on, I got to see. So many clouds, so little time. Okay, I'm going to do that one there. That one. Okay, and then hang on, more clouds. This might be cool. I don't know if anybody's saying about the clouds. Sorry, I can't see. I'm on the other side. On the other side. I'm gonna go right there. I'm not quite sure why I had these taped. Okay. All right. Yes, I am talking to myself. I think my kids are questioning me because I'm like when, do you remember when our babies were little and we like counted the stairs up and down and red apple, green apple, those are orange apples over there. Oh no, we never said orange apples. But you know what I mean? Like we talked to our kids nonstop when we were grocery shopping and stuff. I remember the first time going to the grocery store without my baby after having been several times with a kiddo, and I was like, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden you realize you're talking like to an empty cart because it's only you. And I was like, whoops. Okay, might work kind of neat. Let's see what I got here. I do need to bring over one more piece of just plain white to cut the stamp on. This will be works, I think. Okay, here we come. All right, nobody said anything. What does this say? Balloon? What does that just say? Somebody said some. Yes, that might work too. Some balloons. Trying to catch them. Okay, so I don't think these will work, but okay, so on here that's covered up, and I'm going to ink it up. I mean, not stamp it, stamp it. Okay, so I inked it up, and then you pull off your piece of tape, and then I can stamp this. Celebrate. Oh, I knew when I had the tape on I didn't quite have it. But anyways, that's okay. No, it's not. You know that I'm fussier than that. Hang on one second here. Do it again. Take two. So you're a little caught out between wanting to get the C inked up totally, but not any of that one, obviously. So again, inking. Am I on screen? I think so. Inking. And then, oh, I'm just about not getting that on, but that's okay. And then pulling this off to that clean image. Put that away. Put that somewhere safe because it's dirty. And then stamping this guy. Perfect, right? That's perfect. And then cutting this out like a cloud. So today didn't have a lot of color when I was out walking. I said to my daughter, it's like, it's pink. And she's like, no, it's not, Mom. I was like, it is. So trying to make that a little bit cloudish. I don't know. Looking at my clouds that I have in front of me, and they're like, no, that's not very cloudy, Lori. All right, let's pretend that looks like a cloud. So time to celebrate. Now, what I was wondering is if we put real clouds amongst these. So these two came from the puddles. There's a rain set. So we could put some puddles. Oh, and I totally have glued him in, but I could almost put these guys in there. This is why I don't glue down, because then I get more ideas. But there could be some clouds. Time to... And then these two came from the aeroplane ones. But again, if I didn't have that, oh, I got lucky. to celebrate. Right? Something like that. That's not bad, hey? And I could even have another set of clouds here. You can come down a little tiny bit. What do you think? I kind of like it. I almost could stamp the celebrate on that big cloud, actually, now the way that I'm seeing this. I can put this up a little tiny bit more. Oh, it's 9 o'clock already, you guys. Whoop, whoop. I think I'm a little bit early. My cuckoo's a little early. But I could even have puffy clouds in the sky. Time to celebrate. This guy could be here. And see, I could have had more cloud there, but something like that might be a nice idea, hey? Time to celebrate. I need him. Oh, this might work, actually. Good gracious, you guys. Now you're like, glue it down. I can't yet. I need to know how it's going to come in here. There. Time to celebrate. Super cute. That's kind of fun. It's kind of white. Now it's awfully white. But I could add a little tiny bit of blue to it. And then what am I wondering? Can I put a bow on here? No. Yes, you can always put a bow on everything. Is there new bows? Is there new ribbon? I think we could put some. These guys actually might look kind of cool on here. There's also, what is this new stuff? Itty bitty bokeh. Ooh, bokeh mix. Maybe this is exactly what we need in here. A little mine. So I need to have a couple extra stamps in this set. I need mine, which I feel like we had somewhere. And I also need birds of a feather flock together and such like that. I kind of like all of these little guys. I'm just going to put a couple all over the place. And I think there's some reddish colored ones too. That guy's standing up. So these would make nice shaker cards, obviously. And that'll be kind of cool too, right? And one more little red guy. Come on, little red. There he is. Push it where I want him. That's kind of fun. Can you guys see it? Yes? Sorry, I canceled that just about, but I didn't mean to. Oh, that's exactly what I was just saying. A shaker with these guys for sure in there. Okay, so there you have it. There's my little time to celebrate. And then on the inside, obviously, we could use a happy birthday. These are the itty bitty bokeh mix that are in the new catalog as well, actually. And there is my little card for today, you guys. Well, ho, ho, ho. The ending of the week, we've finished it off with some eggnog. Thank you for your love, you guys. And that's really, really big when I put it in the screen like that. I wish you guys oh, you know what? I can't even wish you a New Year's Eve. I'll probably be here on Monday night. So I will see you Monday night live at 8. It'll be great. Thanks, Mary. we'll celebrate together on New Year's Eve. I'll double check if we can have the fireworks. I have fireworks stamp set, so we should definitely use that. I love it. When I earned the Disney trip, I made this fun one. We worked with the baby wipe technique and we celebrated. Fun time. So the fireworks are super fun. So maybe I'll pull back out the fireworks. Maybe still working with these guys and we'll have some fun. All right. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you still are traveling all over and doing Christmas visiting and family time, I wish you safe travels. And thank you very much for hanging out with me today. It was super fun. These guys are adorable. I'm pretty excited for y'all to be getting them yourselves. All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Bye.